think I got something here for the Bengalese galoshes.
Oh.
It's tough keeping your feet dry when you're kicking in a skull.
You know, Eddie, that might be just a tad harsh for women's wear.
Hello and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. You must be all a Twitter after meeting some of the glitterati over the past week.
Yeah, over the weekend I went to Newport, Rhode Island with my wife, and we were at this chowder festival. As we were leaving, none other than Miss Rhode Island walked in. And
What's her talent?
oh, dude, I really blew it. I did not ask any Seinfeld questions. I should have said, I was almost Mr. Coffee.
That would have been great. Everybody on Facebook had the perfect quotes for you. You should have just took a note, because that would have been perfect for you to ask her.
As I was driving home, I'm like, that's what I should have said. And I'm turning around. Your meat, Miss O'Reilly. O'Reilly? Rhode Island.
Yo, meat, Riley.
Oh, boy. This is an early record.
Did you tell her it was a most unusual day?
No, I didn't do any of that. I only asked, do you know about the Seinfeld episode, Jerry Dates Miss Rhode Island? And
what did she say?
she knew about it, so that was nice.
Okay, well, she's got my vote. Well, it's a great pick. You look great. You look fabulous. And it's cool that you got to pick with a Miss Rhode Island.
Right, another thing to cross off the bucket list, I guess.
There you go.
But anything new with you?
Nothing Seinfeld related, other than I had a repair guy come to work on my laundry machine because it's on the fritz. And when his back was turned to me, I thought I could kill this guy right now, and no one would ever know. No, there was an issue with it, and I said, "Can I take a video of you fixing this so I can try and fix it in the future?" And he said, "Sure." But I'm listening to my voice on the playback of this video, and God, I'm like, I sound so high and whiny, and I'm thinking of George listening to Risk Management saying, "This guy has my voice." And I don't know how you people can stomach us on a weekly basis, because it's terrible.
Oh, every time I edit the show, I think, man, Vinny's voice is so much better to listen to than mine. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you've got that radio voice. It's deep. It's bassy. It's a baritone. And I'm like, "Hi, I'm Vinny. Welcome to Seinfeld." Can't stand it.
Oh boy, I thought you were going to do a reference to that weird repairman that was fixing Jerry's fridge. You've got some
blockage behind the filter there. Yeah. No, I didn't do that.
Very bizarre character.
But no, I don't have any other Seinfeld news.
Okay.
Kelly, my Kelly posted a picture of Kramer and his lobster collar on the Facebook page. So if you want to take a look at it, it's there.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, before we get started here, Vinny, I thought I could throw some trivia questions your way. What do you think?
Well, bring it on.
All right. First question here. How many times does the soup Nazi say, "No soup for you"?
Oh, get out of here with that. I'm a word man. I'm not a numbers guy.
Well, just take a guess, you know what I mean? And we'll see where your head is.
Let's work backwards. Tarantino style. So he says it to Elaine. Does he say it more than once? He says it to Anna Gasteyer. That's 2. He says it to George. That's 3. But you're talking the actual phrase, "No soup for you," right? Because I know he yells at Schmoopy, but I don't know if he tells her "no soup." You just cost yourself a soup. And that's the... Al Pacino. That's 4.
Wait, what?
Doesn't he say it to the Al Pacino guy?
He is the Al Pacino guy.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. No, the guy who's like, I'm getting confused. The guy who says Spanish, por favor. I'm part Spanish. That guy. Not Al. I'm sorry. He's Al Pacino. Hoo-ah. It's early, man. Forgive me. 4. I'm going to go with 4 as a guess.
Okay. Well, would it shock you to find out that he only says it twice?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
He says it to Elaine and he says it to George. And that's it.
Because he says, adios, muchacho, next. And
the guest star is just, leave, get out.
But I didn't do anything. Okay.
Right. So maybe not that interesting of a question.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah, I tricked a lot of people the other night because I think since the quote is so popular, people assume he must say it to everyone that comes in, but it's only George and Elaine.
Yeah, I made the mistake of trying to think of I went with who he kicked out of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, my bad.
Okay.
Good question, though.
Okay, well, here's a true or false question. So 50-50. I had a couple of questions about superheroes the other night. Superheroes on Seinfeld. And having just watched the movie Wonder Woman, I was wondering, Vinny, is Wonder Woman ever mentioned on Seinfeld?
That's a yes or no question.
Well, yeah, sorry, the way I phrased it there.
True. Who are you? Perry Mason? Let's see. I feel like it has to have been uttered once. I don't have the reference, but I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say true.
It would be a very boring question if she wasn't. So, yes, she is. Damn it.
Wait, can you give me a hint, though? Who says it?
Well, Jerry says it, and he mentions other superheroes. He's like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. He might
Plastic
mention...
Man, Elastic Man.
No, he's talking about the Justice League, specifically.
Oh, okay.
And he, lists all the members.
What episode?
It's in the stand-in, so season 5. Might be tough to remember the Jerry subplot, but it involves Phil Totolo. What's his name?
Phil Totola.
He took it out, guy.
Right, yes. Okay. In what circumstance is he discussing the Justice League?
Well, he's not talking to Phil, but can you remember another character from the Phil storyline?
Fulton?
Fulton?
Mayo Fulton.
Yeah, that's right. So he's doing some stand-up for Fulton in his hospital
Oh,
room.
yes. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's what you're talking about?
That's the scene. That's the scene.
Oh, man.
I just thought that was interesting because, there's so many Superman references. If you count stand-up, I think Batman gets mentioned 6 times on the show, which a lot more than I thought. Here we go. Last question here, and this one I think is more interesting. Can you tell me the 3 board games that are played on Jerry's kitchen table?
Battleship.
Very good. Oh, sorry, one little note here. I don't count chess between the penis and the brain.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking for board game names.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, you got a penis reference on Seincast. Way to go.
I just need the one penis.
There you go. What can I get 3 breasts? We got Battleship, Risk, and Scrabble. I'm challenging it.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I got a trivia question for you. What 3 Seinfeld games have you bought for me each year?
Seinfeld Clue, Seinfeld Monopoly. Was there a third?
You also got me at a second-hand store.
Oh, yeah, Seinfeld DVD Trivial Pursuit.
Seinfeld Seen It.
Seen It. I'm sorry, yes.
And then you've also got me the little trivia tin, which is like a card pack. But yeah, you give good Seinfeld gifts.
You've got some really good Seinfeld merch because I don't know if they really make those games anymore, or if they do, they're more expensive.
We just popped open the Clue the other day. It was great. Kelly won.
Isn't Newman the victim in that?
Yeah, Newman's been murdered. He's Mr. Body.
That's great. All right, Vinny. I think we should move on to this week's episode. What do we got?
We are discussing the 6th episode of Season 8, The Fatigues, written by Greg Cavett and Andy Robin, directed by Andy Ackerman, and it originally aired, Halloween, October 31st, 1996.
Ooh.
Thunderclap.
I don't know if there's been another episode to air on Halloween, but It got me wondering, what would be a better episode to have on Halloween? What is the scariest Seinfeld episode?
Yeah, because I've been rewatching The Office, and they always do like a Halloween-themed episode every year, which is kind of nice. Seinfeld doesn't really have that. There's the Lopper storyline.
In the Frogger.
In the Frogger. I'm thinking also of Gwen, the Two-Face.
Well, it's funny. That's the strike. So that would be weird because it's like Festivus, but
oh yes,
still works.
2 holidays.
I think the Frogger is a good one just because of the whole, the Lopper, the serial killer, and that scene, where he's Slippery Pete is walking, holding the head and the the knife, but it turns out to be like a screwdriver and some cables or something.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Since the Universal monster movies are kind of, not hot right now, but they're in the news.
I don't know if they're happening.
You got Wolfman.
Of course, from the Muffin Tops.
Oh, that feels good.
I think that is the scariest episode.
Well, we also just saw Kramer as a monster, Frankenstein.
The babysitter. Right on. So yeah, Kramer, Frankenstein parody, but I put Wolfman up there since that tracks through the episode. Like, is it or has it already started to happen?
Look at it!
All right, sorry about that. Let's talk about some trivia before we get started. Greg Cavett, Andy Robin, another writing duo on Seinfeld, they won a WGA award in 1997 for this episode, Best Episodic Comedy, which is awesome for these guys to be honored like that. They beat Dave Mendel for his episode, The Bizarro Jerry, and Alec Berg, Jeff Schaefer for the Chicken Roaster. So
3 Seinfeld episodes were going toe-to-toe? Wow.
The coup d'etat. Great for Greg and Andy, but I'm shocked that the Fatigues beat those 2 episodes.
Yeah, you and me both. Because you know how much we adore The Bizarro Jerry, I would think that would have won. But I got to say, and I think we'll get into this, I think Frank Costanza, Jerry Stiller's storyline in this episode is probably what sealed the deal and got Greg Cavett and Andy Robin that award.
For sure. I just had trouble, overall with the pacing. And ultimately, I don't really find the whole mentor-protege thing to be that funny.
Agreed.
But I think, the best thing about this episode is that Frank stuff. But I don't know, maybe our listeners disagree with it. Maybe it is a really, clever episode, how everything kind of connects, especially in season 8. It's one of the rare examples of everyone being connected somehow, thematically. But let's talk some inspiration here. Greg Cavett had a mentor-mentee relationship at a firm he worked at before Seinfeld, and he thought it was just the most awkward relationship. Not really sure what responsibility you have. I believe he was the mentee,
okay,
or the protege, and he just didn't understand like what you were supposed to do, what you're supposed to talk about. So that's where that storyline came from. Also, Greg and Andy have a friend who specialized in risk management, which they had no idea what it meant.
Exactly.
Just kind of sounded like one of those vague corporate jobs.
Speaking of Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller in Along Came Polly played a risk management analyst. So
really?
You get a glimpse into what it is. It's all percentages and numbers he's crunching to calculate the risk of you, dying on, on this date. Kind of thing.
Right on. Well, originally the mentor-protege relationship was just going to be between Jerry and Banya. That was the only storyline. Everyone else had their own thing. But when they were really, putting the script together, they decided to, hey, let's bring all the characters in on it. Only problem from that was the episode became very long. Hence why I think the episode for the most part feels kind of choppy, a lot of short little scenes. They just had to cut out a ton of stuff from this episode. What do you think about that? Do you like that everyone has the protege mentor relationship? Does it work for you? Do you think it's...
I do kind of like it because I think we've talked in the past, scenes that piggyback off each other, either thematically or in some sort of pattern. And there is a stint here where it's like... Jerry and Abby, or Jerry and Banya, Kramer and Mr. Frank Costanza, Elaine and Eddie, George and Abby. So it's a cool like piggybacking to see mentor-mentee. So that I kind of like.
So that's 4. How many other relationships are there?
Cynthia and Abby.
Cynthia and Abby. I got one more.
Wilhelm and George.
Yes.
He's my protege. He's so pleased and proud.
Yeah, I want to talk about that at the end of the episode. Something
Great.
seems very off with Wilhelm.
But yeah, like you said, the whole mentor storyline itself is kind of it's okay. But I do like that they kind of found a similar pattern, a la LD.
Yeah, it's an interesting premise to triple down on because, it's great everyone's connected. I don't find it to be that interesting of a premise, but we'll talk about it later. Let's talk about the one and only Jerry Stiller, who you mentioned earlier. So Greg and Andy won that WGA award. Jerry Stiller did not win an award, but he was nominated for an Emmy, Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy in 1997. So that was very cool. He lost to Mel Brooks as Uncle Phil on Mad About You.
Okay.
Which, it sucks that Jerry Stiller never won that Emmy, but, to lose to Mel Brooks, it's like, come on.
If you're going to lose to somebody, you lose to Mel Brooks. Yeah.
For sure. Now, the whole topic of Frank and the Korean War, this already has been established on the show, right? This doesn't come out of nowhere.
That's right. He, in the understudy, George says that he, would go to Korea to sell religious relics, right?
That's right. They never mention the war. So don't mention the war. So we
learned that he spoke Korean, but they never mentioned that he was in the military in any way.
That's right. But if we look at it chronologically, he served during the war, and then he must have met Kim at some point.
But yeah, he had an affair with a Korean woman, learned Korean, and wouldn't take his shoes off.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to add before we get started here?
I got nothing else.
Okay. First scene of the episode, we're out to eat. I believe this is Isabella's.
I thought Isabella's was too trendy.
No, Isabella's. But Jerry's on a date with Abby, and she's talking about her career, starting off in mortgage bonds. And Jerry kind of has fun with her, telling her, oh, yeah, my friend Kramer, he was working at Brant Leland for a while, which is a nice callback.
Yes, to the Bizarro Jerry.
Jerry definitely seems like he's messing with Abby at this point. Like, it's this weird side of the Jerry character where it's like no matter what, he's going to make a joke, even if it's for himself.
He's a comedian.
But Abby got some career advice from her mentor, Cynthia, and explains that, she's not really her boss. She's just this successful businesswoman who has taken her under her wing. So Cynthia's the mentor, Abby's the protege. Who guides Jerry in his career path?
Well, I like Gabe Kaplan. I didn't know who Gabe Kaplan was until I looked him up. A comedian, actor, writer, DJ, champion poker player, but most people know him as the titular character of Welcome Back, Kotter. He's Kotter.
Yeah.
We are introduced to Abby, who's played by AJ Langer. She was a regular in several episodes of Private Practice, the TV series. She was also a cast member on Peter Melman's show, It's Like You Know. She was in all 26 episodes. She
always had like a Leah Thompson vibe. Do you get that? Or
I could see that. Yep.
Like was she Caroline in the City?
That's also Leah Thompson. Yep, you got it.
But like that era, you know what I mean? Like mid to late 90s.
90s. Yep. The mom pants. Yep, I'm with you.
God. Mom pants.
Those jeans, Now, I seem to recall that I was your mentor in college.
I didn't even think of that.
Yes.
Yeah, you were. We, I think most colleges call them RAs. What does that mean?
Resident advisor.
Advisor. So, you were my mentor.
But at Michigan State, they classed it up. Instead of being a RA, you were a mentee, a mentor.
And it was my sophomore year, living in the, we called it the terrace, but it was pretty much the basement of Abbott Hall. And
they're all about slapping fancy names on unappealing subjects.
I mean, it was a great time, but there definitely was this air of, I live in the terrace. But man, what a great year that was.
Yes, it was the best.
Yes, up to a lot of hijinks. I never even made that connection. Did you think about that through this episode?
Yeah.
Like, I am your protege?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And what did we bond over? Seinfeld.
We've probably talked about this on the show, but
numerous times.
The I don't know when it clicked for us, really. Like, what was the... I think we actually bonded over movies probably first, and then Seinfeld sort of...
That's right, because the DVDs came out later in 2004. But
I bet you that was what we bonded over, was going out and buying the first 2 volumes.
That's right. Those trips to Best Buy. Love it. You'd put movie quotes or Seinfeld quotes on my door with Post-it notes, and I was like, this guy.
Very unusual.
No.
And we wonder why girls never wanted to hang out with us.
We were single for the majority of our college careers, yes.
Anyways, first scene here of the episode, we're in Jerry's apartment. And Jerry explains to George about the mentor-protege relationship, and all George really cares about is if the protege would do errands for the mentor, laundry, dry cleaning.
It's not a valet, it's a protege.
I don't know how often we want to do this throughout the episode, but there's a lot of deleted dialogue.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about some of that?
Sure. I always loved talking about deleted dialogue just to see where the writers are trying to go with it. But George says, so they do things for you, and all you have to do is spout off advice? And Jerry says, that's right, in a very stupid, primitive sort of way.
So Jerry is not feeling this relationship, the mentor-protege relationship.
He's turned off, I think, by this whole notion, and it's almost like he has less respect for Abby as a result. You know, like he's not taking it seriously on the date, but he's like, maybe he thinks less of her because she's a protege mentor.
I mean, we love Jerry, but there are some episodes where he really comes off like a jerk with his whoever he's dating at the time.
Yep.
And yeah, this episode, he doesn't really seem to have any connection with Abby whatsoever, other than, well, she is a woman.
Exactly.
But we have a clip here to kick off the episode. George is talking about a little subject known as risk management.
Listen, I gotta get some reading done. You mind if I do this here? I can't concentrate in my apartment.
Risk management?
Yeah. Steinbrenner wants everyone in the front office to give a lecture in their area of business expertise.
Well, what makes them think you're a risk management expert?
I guess it's on my resume.
Hello?
Please hold for Elaine Bennis.
You know what? I can't do this. I can't read books anymore. Books on tape have ruined me, Jerry. I need that nice voice. This book has my voice. I hate my voice.
So get this book on tape.
You can't. It's a textbook.
Hey, Jer, are you going to this Bob Sacramento party?
Am I going? It was 3 nights ago.
What? You're kidding. I just got this invitation today. Oh, I was so excited. It's really a beautiful invitation.
Oh, it was a lovely affair.
Oh, wait a minute. This postmark is 3 weeks old. Man, this happens all the time. Janine, who the hell runs the mailroom?
Eddie Sherman.
All right, send him up here.
You gonna do a little yelling?
I'm gonna do a little firing.
That is so cool. Can you put me on the speaker?
Oh, yeah, sure. Give me a break.
Hey, Copernicus.
Great visual joke here, but when Jerry calls Elaine's office and the secretary's like, please hold, Jerry gives this great eye roll as if to just, oh, please.
I don't believe this. Part of me wonders if Elaine does that just to get on Jerry's nerves.
I think she does. I think she knows how much it riles him up, and she's like, call Jerry Seinfeld, please.
So I think there's, somewhat big revelation in this scene when Elaine says, hey, Jerry, are you going to this Bob Sacramento party? I thought it's interesting that they seem to be friends with him.
That's what I'd like to know about it, because it never once did they ever say, oh, yeah, Bob. It's always Kramer's friend. And I seem to recall actually in I think it's the Frogger episode, but Kramer talks about his cop buddy Doug, and Jerry says, you sure have a lot of friends. How come I never see any of these people? And Kramer says, they want to know why they don't see you. So it's weird that, Jerry and Elaine would get the invite to a Bob Sacamano party.
Weird kind of like continuity here in the chicken roaster, which might be coming up soon. Jerry goes over to live in Kramer's apartment, and he's like, my friend Bob Sacamano? And Elaine's I thought he was Kramer's friend. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. It's just sort of a weird thing. I guess they socialize with Bob, but neither of them really consider him like a great friend.
Not until that chicken roaster episode.
Right.
But it looks like here we are friends. Another thing is we learn of this guy in the mailroom, Eddie Sherman. You think he's related to the jeweler, Jimmy Sherman?
Yeah, they're brothers.
I don't know the streets.
Where did I send it?
Maybe he's the brother or son of...
I like that. I like to make them brothers. And better yet, they should be twins.
Nice.
So if anyone wants to do some fan art of
when you're
Eddie.
fixing a watch that won't work.
No, I'd like it if, spoilers, Eddie didn't serve. I thought it'd be interesting if one is like a pacifist and one's more of like a veteran. There are these twins that might clash on their ideals.
Like Jimmy's a hippie with long hair and bell bottoms.
Yeah, right.
No way, man. Okay.
Anyways, what else do we got in this scene here? Anything else to note?
There's a couple takes where Jerry threw the piece of candy at George. Hey, Copernicus, and Jason would give some great reactions to being woken up, and it would kind of throw Jerry, and Jerry would chuckle and break.
That's great. I'll remind our listeners to check out the bloopers. We have a link in our show notes. So risk management is the subject George has to do some research on, since it's on his resume, apparently. Let's go over to Elaine's office here. Eddie arrives, and how would you describe this guy?
He's a bald guy. He's got like a chiseled kind of face, scrubble, but he's wearing fatigues.
Scrubble?
What'd I say? Scrubble? Scruff.
Oh, scruff. I thought you meant stubble.
Stubble. That's what I
That's good, though. Scrubble. I like that.
I said stubble and scruff in the same word. He's got fatigues with the sleeves cut off. He's got tattoos, but he appears to be very menacing and just a scary figure in front of Elaine.
Elaine is just not sure what to say at all. She's kind of scared of this guy, speechless.
How's she going to fire him?
Right. She gets flummoxed and says, I'm sorry, Eddie, we're going to have to promote you. So that's her solution there. And, I get where Elaine's coming from. Who wants to tell a guy, like, you're not good at your job and I'm going to fire you as a result of it. But
the fact that he appears to be this frightening character to her makes it, ups the ante that she really can't fire him now, so she's going to push him off somewhere else.
Right. And not the fact that
Actually, not. I'm sorry. We're not pushing him off yet. Mm-hmm. She just doesn't want to break the bad news to him, so she's going to give him good news.
Right.
And come and work with me.
Right. So she thinks he's emotionally, maybe mentally disturbed because of his appearance. So why even risk pissing this guy off? Mm-hmm. More to come on that. Let's cut over to Monk's. Elaine explains to Jerry that she's made Eddie a copywriter, and Jerry is shocked. He's writing copy?
Well, it can't be any worse than the pointless drivel we normally churn out. Aw, like father, like daughter.
Nice catch.
Alton Bennis, his book Fair Game, when George compliments it, Alton Bennis's response is,
drivel.
Hey, you know what? It sounds like Alton Bennis and Eddie Sherman might have been in the same platoon.
You know what?
Oh my God. Tail gunner, like we had in Korea.
So Alton Bennis and Frank Costanza, they both served.
And Eddie.
Well, but I mean, they were both in the Korean War.
Right. Well, Eddie could have been just a boy back. No, he couldn't.
And keep in mind, Eddie did not serve. Eddie is not a veteran in any way.
That would be a really cool connection if Alton and Frank were in the same platoon.
Right. Well, Kramer arrives with some flyers for a Jewish singles night he'll be running.
Yowza. Check it out.
Jewish singles night.
I expect you both to be there.
I'm not Jewish.
Well, neither am I.
Well, why are you going?
I'm not. I'm running it.
talking about?
Well, Lomez, he usually runs it, but he's in the Everglades.
Lomez is Jewish.
Oh, yeah. Orthodox, Jerry. Old school.
At the Knights of Columbus?
Yeah, Frank Costanza is getting me a room in his lodge. So, Jerry, I'm really counting on you to come to this.
Kramer,
No, Jerry, look, I'm cooking all the food myself.
A tempting schmear of authentic Jewish delicacies.
You like simmis?
We get another lovely tidbit about Frank. He's a member of the Knights of Columbus. Wouldn't think that of him, but sure enough, he is.
Which is, a pretty big revelation for viewers who are like, oh yeah, George's parents are Jewish, but Frank apparently is Catholic, and Estella's Jewish, and I guess their household was a
divided or split.
The one consistent thing between Catholics and Jews is guilt. So a lot of guilt in the Costanza household.
Enter George Costanza.
Yeah.
Great quote by Kramer when we learned that Lomez is Jewish, which is Orthodox, Jerry. Old school.
Old school.
And that last line to close out the scene, Kramer asks Elaine, "You like simmis?" To which Julia, you could see the smile start to come out. She starts to crack.
Apparently, Michael had a lot of trouble pronouncing the various Jewish foods in this episode.
They're very tough.
Kreplach, kugel.
Hagatosh? I can't even say it.
Hamantash in the it's like a dessert. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you.
It's funny.
You're not culturally Jewish.
Not really. I'm sure a lot of our Jewish listeners would disagree.
Oh, the letters are coming.
But when we were on a drive with a friend of mine and his girlfriend, and we decided to play this game where someone picks an item in a grocery store that starts with the letter A, right? And everyone has to guess, like, oh, is it apple? Is it what? It was a dumb game. And Liz, my wife, got the letter H. And we spent, I'm not kidding, an hour guessing different foods that begin with an H, and we could not get it. And the word that Liz picked was Hamantaschen. And
she picked that of her own volition?
Yeah. And
wow. Or is that the right word? Of her own accord?
Yeah, if it works for you. But no one in the car knew what that was because, we're all raised Catholic from the Midwest, and Liz had to explain what Hamantaschen was. She grew up in southern New Jersey in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood. So
there you go.
She was very accustomed to the delicacies, but...
A little Matt and Liz trivia for everybody.
Sorry. Okay, this is going to be a long episode. Let's get over to the Symphony Cafe here. Jerry and Abby are out to eat again. And her mentor apparently says that the duck is outstanding. You a duck fan?
Not really. Skin seems sort of human. You think those? Where do you think those ducks are coming from?
Oh, Newfoundland?
Oh, there you go.
Abby's mentor happens to be out for dinner as well, and Abby tells her to join them, to which Cynthia says, "Hey, great," and lets Jerry know that she's dating a comic as well, Kenny Bania.
Hey, Jerry! How's it going? Duck here's the best, Jerry.
And he just comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Nice to have Steve Heitner back as Kenny Bania.
Right. It's interesting. The writers were trying to think of, like, who's the worst guy for Cynthia to date? Who would really get under Jerry's skin? And I think they went with the right choice here.
Yes, it was Newman was proposed, as he is normally Jerry's, mortal enemy. But they already did a similar storyline with Newman when he dated Margaret. And Jerry was so perplexed that Newman found her unacceptable. So they brought in Kenny Bania, but it was a perfect choice.
This is a very similar, premise or...
Absolutely. He is kind of repulsed that somebody he's involved with has a relationship with somebody he despises.
Mm-hmm.
So we do meet the mentor. Her name is Katie Lehman, who plays Cynthia. She actually passed away in 2014. She was 65 years old. But she was in Say Anything, the movie, and then a Gilmore Girls episode. Her last acting credit was in 2003.
Not the most memorable character, but there's certain lines. She has very few lines that I remember. Like, Kenny Bania. It's just like
and
this.
Yeah, and then at the end, what are they paying you? I'll double it. Mm-hmm. She's a good mentor.
All right, let's cut over to the subway briefly here. George is sitting next to a blind man who is listening to a textbook on tape. And George asks him, hey, where'd you get the tape from? And apparently it's from this company called Reading for the Blind. And George is, really happy to find out. And he's like, hey, I'm hooked on books on tape.
Tell me about it. I like this line. Tell me about it. These things have ruined me from Braille. That's Lynn Manning, who plays the blind man, and he is actually blind, which I did not know.
Interesting.
Per his IMDb page, he became blind from a gunshot wound in 1978 at the age of 23.
Holy cow.
This guy, he passed away in 2015 at the age of 60, but he only has 11 IMDb credits to his name, but a lot of various TV shows.
I had no idea he was blind. I assumed he was like the other blind man on a subway.
Freeze, police.
Yeah.
He also worked as a advisor for, like a blindness advisor for film and TV shows, too.
Oh, very cool. So he was like...
Consultant.
Yeah, consultant. Right on. Well, let's cut over to Jerry's apartment here. George has his plan, right? I'm going to take an eye test. I'm going to flunk it. And then the next thing you know, he's swinging to the sweet sounds of risk management. It's
a nice little run there.
So elaborate. Which is interesting, too, because George has his glasses, right? Like,
right.
You think there would be some more hoops to jump through than just flunking a test,
Well, this is the Lord of the Idiots here.
Good point. Well, Jerry tells George that the mentor, Cynthia, is dating none other than Banya. And they all had to spend 2 hours together at dinner the other night.
What'd you have?
Chicken. How could Abby look up to a person who voluntarily spends time with Banya?
Marsala?
Picata. If anything, Jerry should be dating a mentor, and Banya should be setting pins in a bowling alley.
Love the back and forth there, as well as the visual of Banya setting pins in a bowling alley.
Jerry hates his Banya, man.
He does. We, I think, can speak together on this. We love Banya.
Oh, for sure. He's great. I think what I enjoy the most, though, out of this relationship is how riled up Jerry gets.
Yeah, right.
Just really sticks in his craw.
For someone who's usually cool, calm, breaks even, Banya gets under his skin.
Mm-hmm. So George is about to head out so he can fail his test when Kramer and Frank just stop by smoking cigars. And I'm like, what's this all about? Why are they smoking together? But Frank got his check to pay for the banquet hall at the Knights of Columbus. Kramer has received almost 200 responses, 183 responses for Jewish singles night. And Jerry doesn't see how he's going to cook Jewish delicacies for that many people.
Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of pup kicks. There's a wide shot of Kramer and Frank entering. The door swings open. You can see all the scuff marks very well in this shot.
Oh, really?
Kramer sliding in. So take a note of that when you're watching the episode.
I guess they didn't replace the door at the start of the season. So Kramer's not sure what to do since he has so much to cook, and he turns to Frank and asks, hey, Frank, do you know anyone who can help me cook? And how does Frank react?
Mm-hmm. No!
I don't know anything about cooking! It escalates very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how Frank, I don't know if he does it by accident, but he kicks the door as he leaves.
Yeah.
So it just seems like a big explosion. Mm-hmm. And turns out Frank was a cook during the Korean War. Something very bad happened, and ever since he won't go near a kitchen.
Shell-shocked?
Oh, yeah. But that has nothing to do with it. It's very bizarre to see Frank in Jerry's apartment.
Yeah, well, when did we last see him? Was it Fusilli Jerry?
I think that's
or only time?
I think that and Fusilli Jerry are the only times he's in the apartment, right?
Yeah. Additional dialogue that was cut when Frank asks George, "You're wearing an athletic suit?" George says he has a doctor's appointment, and Frank tells him that he looks like a wrestling coach. Try and guard me.
That's interesting. Do you dress down if you have a doctor's appointment?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what the doctor's going to be looking at, you want to have easy access. Dr.
Reston, please.
No, not Dr. Reston. What's the proctologist name?
Oh,
Starts with a
it's
W,
hard.
right?
It's Howard Cooperman.
Is it? Oh, Cooperman. Okay. I wanted to say Baker Saul, but he's the
Eye
surgeon.
doctor.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he turned a kid with no nose into Ricardo Montalban. I was right. We're good.
I was right. All right, let's cut over to Elaine's office. Elaine wraps up a pitch meeting with her staff. Dugan is there, some other coworkers, and of course, Eddie and his fatigues.
Hey, Elaine calls him Dugan in the clip. So, validation?
Oh, is that right?
She says it under her breath, but she says Dugan, not now, or something like that in one of these scenes.
Okay.
Maybe it might be the next scene, but it's coming.
That's good work, guys. That ought to do it for today. Ready?
Wait, you didn't ask me about my ideas.
Oh, Eddie, well, it's your first day.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
It's a hot night. The mind races. You think about your knife. The only friend who hasn't betrayed you. The only friend who won't be dead by sunup. Sleep tight, mates, in your quilted chambray nightshirts.
Well, first of all, I like that he's a go-getter. When Elaine says, hey, it's your first day.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Oh, is Batman working for the catalog?
We should mention the quilted chambray nightshirts. That's another Peterman product.
Love that.
I think that goes unnoticed for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess, does the product or Eddie's caption get cut from the catalog? I assume it's just the caption, right? The product is still going to be in the catalog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But the one guy pitched Peterman on a washcloth, and he's like, no washcloth.
Exactly. So that didn't make it.
Yeah.
But here we are. We are introduced to Eddie, or at least see him for what he is. He's played by Ned Bellamy, and he was in episodes of Justified, Django Unchained. He was in Twilight. And hey, Matt, he was in Twilight Zone from 1986. Did you know this?
I'm not familiar with the 80s series.
I know you're not a fan.
No, I like the 80s a lot, but just don't know it as well as the 60s.
He was in a segment called The After Hours.
Oh, that's a remake of an original episode. I need to check that out.
He plays Man.
Wait, he plays Man? Wow.
Mm-hmm. I gotta ask you. Did you hear that?
I heard
Kramer just moaned.
Your dog?
He's laying on the floor. And he went, I don't think he was too thrilled with your joke. But sorry.
Can you hear me?
No. But what do you think about this character, Eddie? He's memorable. He's fun to quote, but isn't it kind of sitcom-y?
Yeah. I get so close to like this show. It's really hard for me to criticize, I think, sometimes. Very memorable. I love the actor. I love the performance. But it's, we're definitely in that season 8 territory.
Yeah.
One thing I never have heard anyone complain about, with all the things that Seinfeld ever got wrong or things that don't age well is people ever criticizing this for being insensitive about mental illness and, I don't know, just people talking about it more openly. Mm-hmm. But I guess the fact that Eddie never, served, he's just hung up on some girl makes it okay. Right. But yeah, the whole character of Eddie Sherman definitely feels like one of those, wacky character of the week. You're Stan the caddy. You're
exactly.
I don't know who
he's
else.
Got a thing.
Yeah, Ramon the pool guy. Just some weird quirk. But
Eddie the romantic. What's kind of a neat thing to do is watch all these season 8 episodes back to back, and then go put on like a season 3 or season 4 episode. It's kind of jarring to go back in time and see how the show ran, and you wouldn't get an Eddie type character back then. You know what I mean? It's again different. It's apples and oranges in the Seinfeld world.
I could see a character like him in season 2 or 3, but he wouldn't be played for laughs. He'd be more of a scary individual.
Yeah,
I remember this actor though, Ned Bellamy, the best from Ed Wood. It's such a great movie, and Bela Lugosi, the actor, dies during production, and the Ed Wood character needs to have a stand-in, like someone that looks like him, and he hires his dentist to play the role, and he's played by Ned Bellamy.
Hey, so we get another Universal Monster reference in the show. Very nice.
Yeah, very good. But let's cut over to Monks here. Elaine is stressing over Eddie being such a disaster, and Jerry jokes, oh, maybe he's due for another promotion.
And instead of Elaine taking Jerry's sarcasm, she runs with it. You're right.
I'm going to give him another office on another floor, and he can have his title and his bayonet and stop freaking her out.
Additional dialogue that was cut, but it's perfect because we learn more of Eddie's musings and how he would write for the Peterman catalog. But Jerry reads one of Eddie's catalog entries. I fire the taser at his lifeless body again and again. I guess he's God's problem now. And Jerry looks up and says, well, I sure want to buy these slippers.
I like that.
Yeah.
He's God's problem now. Oh, man. Next scene here, let's cut over to the optometrist. And the establishing shot here of the building, I believe this is the same clinic from The Chinese Woman when Kramer is getting a sperm count.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to connect it to another episode.
They might have multiple offices in there, but pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So George is getting his eyes tested, and it's great how he doesn't put like any effort into this at all. Like, he's looking through the visor or whatever you call it. And he's like, nope, nothing at all. It's like, wait, what?
But he's onto something. And like the way he plays it, I'm very pleased.
So the doctor gives him a pen to sign some insurance forms, and George just reaches for his face, feeling his way down to the pen and the clipboard.
You're a very handsome man, by the way. I love that joke. I think that is so good. Cracks me up every time.
I just don't get how this is playing out. That the reading for the blind would be so exclusive that only for blind people you need
to have a certification of or legal blindness in order to qualify.
Maybe we take it for granted since there's so many audiobooks out there nowadays, and
perhaps
so many resources for the information. George really just needs to get on the internet.
Yeah, he's late on everything.
He'd probably get hooked on the stocks and porn. Yeah.
Eddie Allen plays the handsome doctor. He was in an episode of The Michael Richards Show.
Oh, very nice.
Worked together.
I feel like that's come up a lot this season.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the actors have appeared on that show.
I wonder if Michael had a say, or at least, anything to do with the casting. Maybe he worked with these guys or met them on set and said, hey, I'm doing a show.
I mean, it would make sense that a lot of the people in seasons 8 and 9 would be around for the follow-up shows.
Right.
Michael Richards, It's Like You Know.
I'm also noticing, like, with current shows I watch, you see, with the same network, you see a lot of actors appear in episodes on the same network. So I don't know if contractually, maybe they had these actors are kind of locked into contracts with NBC or Universal.
I doubt it's contracts. I think it's more just, networking and establishing yourself.
Chemistry.
Yeah, like, I've worked on a lot of these shows. They know who I am.
Gotcha.
Maybe the shows have, casting directors who might like work in the same office.
There you go.
But whatever. Next scene here, we're in Jerry's apartment, and Jerry arrives home to find his kitchen a mess. There's food everywhere. Pots are boiling on the stove.
What the hell is going on here?
What are you doing? I got 3 kitchens going. I got brisket going at Newman's. I got Kugel working at Mrs. Sanfino's, and this is Kreplach. Yeah. Try some of this.
No, I don't want to.
Eat. Your skin and bones. Huh?
Oh, this is awful.
Oh, Jerry. It's Kreplach. It's an acquired taste, yeah. No, that's not.
Did you follow the recipe?
The recipe was for 4 to 6 people. I had to multiply it for 183 people. I guess I got confused. It tastes like dirt. Well, I also dropped it on the way over. Trouble, I got no skills. I can't peel, I can't chop, I can't grate, I can't mince. I got no sense of flavor, obviously. You know, I gotta talk to Frank.
Kramer, you can't
No,
talk
I've gotta
to
talk
Frank.
to him. I know that he can help me.
I think there's a dead animal in the elevator.
My stuffed cabbage.
This is a fabulous scene. Excellent physicality from Michael, and that scream down the hall as he's running in. And you know, I wonder. I know it's probably not true, but you know how Michael wanted a actual air conditioner in the parking garage so he could, you know, feel the weight of it and make it real. He really makes it appear like his hands are burning, the way he throws it in the sink and then he wipes his hands on his shirt.
You wouldn't be surprised if they heated that up before.
No, I would be, but he's fabulous in this scene.
Yeah, great stuff. So many great lines in here. The one I use the most: eat your skin and bones.
Yep, I love that too.
I think we use that from time to time.
It's very fun.
Especially when we're pigging out.
You can even use it with anybody who just go to lunch. You're all skin and bones, right. You know.
And some pretty tricky trivia at the top there. There's a brisket going at Newman's, Kugel working at Mrs. Zamfino's, and Kramer, I guess, was making the kreplach.
I'm surprised. Well, first of all, I really applaud Kramer for, you know, undertaking this Jewish singles night, and he's trying to cook for all these, you know, singles. But aren't you shocked that Mrs. Zamfino allows him back in her apartment after the whole Mickey debacle?
And not just was the Mickey? So the Mickey debacle was in season 7. Since then.
Oh, you're right.
Joey and his friends beat the crap out of Kramer.
That's true. Yeah, what kind of relationship do they have, it seems? It's very weird.
I like the idea of Joey just making threatening gestures to Kramer while he's cooking.
He drags his thumb across his neck as if to say, ugh. Oh, when Kramer gets to the point of just pure anger, I guess I got confused. I remember watching the DVD one time crying, and I had to rewind and watch that a second time. It was so funny.
His energy is insane. I would put this scene second to the Frank flashback sequence.
Yep, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I love that little twist there where he's like, "Oh, the recipe was 4 to 6 people." As you said, I got confused. And Jerry's like, "It tastes like dirt." Well, I also dropped it on the way over. It's like, well, there you go.
Oh, man.
One thing that you'll only notice if you watch the scene, Kramer enters, right? Screaming hey, yeah, move. If you look at Jerry, he is cracking up. I mean, it's blooper, material, but I think the camera stays on Kramer so well.
And the scene's too good to not.
Yeah, use that.
Your
take.
eyes focus on him, so it's keep it in.
There's even a bizarre moment when Kramer comes in and pushes Jerry out of the way. Jerry starts spinning. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
He has his hands up in the air, and it's sort of like when Kramer has that entrance at the ball where he spins. It's very similar.
It's a twirl, Matt.
Oh, twirl. I'm sorry. He likes the twirl. All right. Abby, I think, arrived at the end of that scene, right? Abby arrives and tells Jerry, what a great time she had with Cynthia and Banya. And they all want to double again on Saturday and catch Banya's act later. But Jerry has to put his foot down. No Banya.
He's got a 12-minute bit about Ovaltine. He's a pug, a patsy, a hack.
Cynthia would not date a hack.
Would, does, is.
Well, cutting over to Elaine's office here, Elaine tells her staff that Eddie will no longer be a part of their pitch meetings. Did you notice Dugan's performance here?
Oh, yes, I did.
He's like, well, about time. But
that was very snooty in the Dugan fashion. His sweater vest and,
Well, hang on there, Dugan. Elaine decided to make Eddie director of corporate development.
You promoted him? I bust my hump every day. As far as I'm concerned, you and your deranged protege can run...
Oh, man.
Getting out of hand here. Catalog by yourselves. I quit!
This is the Dugan scene I always think of. I love the, I bust my hump.
Yeah. He's
So
very
good.
regal, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Very over the top. Just putting it out there, this guy gives me a Lin-Manuel Miranda vibe. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but...
See that?
I don't know if it's like the goatee or...
I was going to say goatee, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyhow, shout out to Dugan. All right, so let's cut over to George's office. George is sitting down after hours to listen to the audio version of Risk Management, and this is what he hears.
So cracking up with the shout out to Dugan. Like, it was so it was so nonchalant. I love it.
In order to manage risk, we must first understand risk. How do you spot risk? How do you avoid risk? And what makes it so risky? This guy sounds To just like me. understand risk, we must first define This is risk. horrible.
Risk has existed virtually.
Stop it. Shut up.
This is another good bit too, to have the voice sound like George, but it was Jason who improvised the and what makes it so risky. You got to say risk as many times as possible. Say
Again,
it. Say it.
again.
Emphasis. So this is the second time in as many years that George set a run-in with a tape recorder,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
and the third in the series.
The first one being with Elaine.
Yeah.
All right, Vinny, let's move over to the best scene of the episode here. We're going to play the whole clip. It's fantastic. We're in the Costanza's living room. You got Frank and Kramer sitting there. The lights are turned down. It's a very serious scene. You know, it's not really played for laughs at first. And I know I've mentioned this on another episode, but I wanted to say it one last time. The drink that Frank pours and, you know, takes a shot of, that is none other than Hennigan's.
Finally, they have listened to our advice and put Hennigan's back in the show where it belongs.
Yeah, it was always frustrating whenever a character poured some alcohol, and it's like, come on, like with Kramer at Brant Leland.
You got the Hennigan's right there. Use it.
On. I believe this is the last appearance of Hennigan's on the show.
Sad day.
Yes.
Come on, Frank, I need you. I mean, the war was 50 years ago.
In my mind, there's a war still going on.
All right, what happened, Frank? What is it that you can't get over?
Incheon, Korea in 1950. I was the best cook Uncle Sam ever saw. Slinging hash for the fighting 103rd. As we marched north, the supply lines were getting thin. Well, one day, a couple of GIs found a crate. Inside was 600 pounds of prime Texas steer. At least it once was prime. The use date was 3 weeks past. But I was arrogant. I was brash. I thought if I used just the right spices, cooked it long enough,
What happened?
I went too far. I overseasoned it. Men were keeling over all around me. I can still hear the wretch screaming. I sent 16 of my own men to the latrines that night. They were just boys.
Frank, you were a boy, too. And it was war. It was a crazy time for everyone.
Tell that to Bobby Colby. All that kid wanted to do was go home. Well, he went home all right. With a crater in his colon the size of a cutlet. I had to sit him on a cork the 18-hour flight home.
Frank, now listen to me. 200 Jewish singles need you. This is your chance to make it all right again.
No. No, I'll never cook again. Never. Now get out of my house. Get up.
This is Fabulous. I already used Fabulous. It's fantastic. What do we got? They used music from the Platoon soundtrack here, so that would bring familiar. Lot of great quotes from this clip. One in particular, the "Tell that to Bobby Colby," came home with a crater in his colon the size of a cutlet. That line was actually contributed by Andy Robbins' father, who was a doctor. When Andy Robin was writing this episode, he consulted his dad. How can we spice up the dialogue? And I think he wanted medical terms, perhaps. Uh-huh. And he came up with this line: "Crater the size in his colon, the size of a cutlet." And I think that's the most memorable line of the scene. So it's pretty cool that your dad contributed the line. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Bobby Colby. Oh,
yeah.
Man. I think the funniest joke in this entire scene is that Frank looks pretty much the same in the flashback.
Yes, they could have went one way and got hired a young actor to look the same age as the other.
What if they got Ben Stiller? That would have been interesting.
Wasted opportunity. Man.
I mean, he kind of looks like. I think he looks more like his mom, but
no. But the fact that it's the son of that's an excellent idea. Damn.
Special edition.
Stop the show. Yeah, can we digitally put him in there? But no, it's actually funnier that you see this old man with all these other young guys, meant to be the same time period. Mm-hmm. And some of Frank's reactions. So the first when they pry open the crate and he smells the beef and he's like, "Whoa!" he kind of does the lean back, and then
it's like 600 pounds of prime Texas steer. At least it once was prime.
Yes. So he's repulsed there. And then secondly, when he's like, "I was young, I was arrogant, I was brash," he's just so casually dumping, not measuring it out. He's dumping the seasoning on the meat. And then he smacks it with a cleaver. And then when he just, pats it with his finger, tastes it. Okay, that's just right. Good stuff there.
I mean, the meat, despite being expired, is just completely ruined by the, I don't know, mounds of spices and herbs on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great scene. Now, I didn't know about this, but there was apparently some deleted footage from the food poisoning scene.
Yes, there was.
Which is interesting because I thought it was all handled perfectly. What did they film that wasn't used? Apparently, Andy Ackerman thought it would be funny if he actually showed the soldiers throwing up. Like, you actually see the food being projected out of their mouth and hitting a plexiglass screen.
And even Andy Ackerman said, "I'm so glad we didn't use it," but he's like, we had such a fun time shooting it, and it was hilarious. But it's rough.
Right, for sure. I think the scene works great on its own, especially that one soldier that shouts out, "Frank!" All right,
maybe that was Bobby Colby.
Oh yeah, I like that. We get an act break, and when we come back, we're in Jerry's apartment. Apparently, Abby went to see Banya's act with Cynthia, and she totally understands where Jerry was coming from. You got 2 minutes into that Ovaltine thing, and she couldn't take it anymore.
I told you. It's like getting beaten with a bag of oranges.
Why is he so obsessed with Ovaltine?
He just thinks that anything that dissolves in milk is funny.
So Cynthia and Abby got into this big argument afterwards, and apparently the mentorship is over. Now Abby wants some space from Jerry. She's feeling a little disoriented, especially not having an advisor in her life.
I can tell you what to do.
It's more than that.
I can tell you what to think.
I need someone I can trust.
Oh.
Man, Jerry's such a I can tell you what to do. I can tell you what to think. Oh, boy. George arrives and plops down on the couch, despite Jerry and Abby having such a serious talk. And before she leaves, she explains that she needs someone who can give her some kind of direction. And George perks up, doesn't need to talk to Jerry anymore about the worthless audiobooks. Instead, he follows Abby out the door.
So, yeah, there's a moment when Abby says, I need some kind of mentor. And George looks at her, and, I guess the wheels are in motion for him. But he follows her to, I guess, ask her, "Hey, I'll be your mentor." what I understand is how does George get this idea to have Abby do a report on risk management based on the sentence, "I just need someone who can give me some kind of direction"?
I never really made the connection either. It just always felt a little forced. There's some funny jokes in this episode, but just the subject matter of mentor, protege, and risk management, it just feels so boring.
Yeah. I like the blind stuff, or at least the pretending to be blind. But Jerry asks George, "So what's your problem?" After Abby leaves. And George at one point was scripted to say, "Just another case of me overreacting to a very minor difficulty."
Wow.
Instead they cut that and put in, "No problem."
That's like when in the non-fat yogurt when Jerry's like,
"Oh yeah,
why are you so happy?"
No problem.
No problem. You know what I'm talking about? That blooper?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, let's get over to Elaine's office here. Elaine and Eddie are working on pitches together. All the other staff members quit. He's got a new idea for the Bengalese galoshes.
"It's tough keeping your feet dry when you're kicking in a skull."
That might be a tad bit harsh for women's wear.
Well, I'm not married to it. I use that line a lot.
Not married to it?
Yeah. If somebody squashes an idea, I'm like, well, I'm not married to it.
I like that.
Love it. It makes me feel good to use these Seinfeld lines out in the wild.
Mm-hmm. Well, Elaine tiptoes around the issue and suggests they tweak it a little. Instead of kicking in a skull, why don't they try strolling through a dewy meadow?
Dewy meadow.
I like that pause. Like he's never put those two words together before.
Yeah.
And I figure we could jump ahead to a later scene here. Elaine is helping him with some other copy.
Let's just replace hail of shrapnel and scar tissue with string of pearls and raspberry scones. This is good stuff.
It. Yeah. You know what? I guess the mentor-protege relationship arc works best as we move towards the end, and we're just bouncing between all the characters, seeing.
Yeah, I think you don't care for Cynthia and Abby's mentor-protege relationship as much as, say, Frank and Kramer, or in this case, Elaine and Eddie.
Yeah, it's a lot of build-up and slow build-up to get to these, quick little scenes. But All right, next scene, we are at the Costanzas. Frank is sitting down for breakfast when Estelle sets down his plate.
Here's your omelet.
It's dry.
That's the way I always make it.
Well, it sucks.
What did you say?
Your meatloaf is mushy, your salmon croquettes are oily, and your eggplant parmesan is a disgrace to this house.
Well, that's too bad, because I'm the only one who cooks around here.
Not anymore! Give me that spatula! I'm back, baby!
That scene did not suck.
Okay, another good scene to add to the list.
It's so fun to just do Frank, but he is excellent here. And how lucky are we that we get Estelle to come back? Probably your first appearance this season?
Yeah, first appearance since The Doll, so it's been a while. We saw Frank in the Little Kicks a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and he hadn't been around since The Doll, too, so... even if it's just a brief scene with Estelle, I'll take it. I love the, what did you say?
Yeah. That was really good. Ooh-wee.
Oh, man. A great run through there, too, of meatloaf is mushy, salmon croquettes are oily, eggplant parmesan, disgrace to this house.
How it's like 20 seconds, but it's so fabulous, these two.
But I imagine your favorite line is the, well, it sucks.
Yeah. Just an old man using that phrase. Just love it. apparently, we see in the clip, we see that Frank will take the spatula and he takes the egg and he cracks it with one hand. And they do it, a close-up shot of the hand. Apparently, they hired like a professional cook or a professional guy who could crack these eggs with one hand to do this close-up shot. And they went through like 20 takes and he just could not get it. And they ended up getting just somebody on stage, like a stagehand who was able to do it because they were running out of eggs. So there's that story.
I think that's a great story. But yeah, apparently he was just too nervous, like working under pressure. It's like beat the clock. It's,
yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
It's too late.
I wonder if that guy got paid since he didn't perform the task he was hired to do.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I wonder who the crew member was that they had crack the egg.
Yeah, that'd be a good claim to fame.
For some reason, I think it's like Pete Papadopoulos.
That's who I was gonna guess.
Just because I feel like he's in like around the same age as Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, but isn't he the key grip? So he's got probably really strong hands. He's probably got to be really soft with that egg.
All right, next scene, we're in George's office. George has taken advantage of Abby's situation and is now her mentor. He claims he was just like her, wide-eyed, naive. He didn't know the first thing about a subject as fundamental as risk management. And she's not familiar, so George gives her the first assignment. Why don't you take this book home and try to explain the subject to me?
Good idea.
Yeah. So yeah.
You could have also given her the audio tape, too, if you wanted.
That's a good point. Probably a lot faster. Well, let's get over to the street here. Jerry runs into Banya, and turns out Cynthia dumped him after seeing his act. Abby got in a fight with Cynthia because she complained about the stand-up, like Banya not being funny.
Well, I think Abby was like, I don't know if I can take your advice anymore if you're going to be dating a Banya. I think that's what the fight was about.
But it's just weird because Cynthia wound up dumping Banya, so you would think that Abby and Cynthia would be on the same page, but...
Right. Well, I guess maybe since Abby, mouthed off to the mentor...
Maybe that's what bothered her more.
Put the kibosh on that relationship, and then she was like, you know what? Banya is a pug, a pansy, a hack. So I will dump him. But you're right, yeah.
Well, Jerry tries to help out the hack comedian. He's got so much about milk... That Bosco bit, the Nestle's Quick bit. By the time he gets to Ovaltine...
You think he'd give me a hand with my material? He's like a 6-year-old boy in that moment.
Oh, my God.
There's unbridled enthusiasm right there.
Oh, for sure. I like the return of some chocolatey goodness there with the Bosco and Nestle's Quick.
You guzzle it by the gallon.
It's the same run-through from The Secret Code, pretty much.
What do you mean?
When Kramer is
oh, yes,
breaking down George, like, your Dark Master, the cocoa bean. And he runs through all those drinks again. Next scene, we're at Kramer's apartment. Very brief here. Frank knocks on the door.
You still need a cook? Oh, yeah. Come on in, Frank. You got Tefal? Cathalon. No! Follow me! Oh, yeah.
I mean, the hijinks these two get up to, it's just the best.
This could have been a spin-off show if they wanted to do one for Seinfeld.
God. It reminds me...
Kramer and Frank.
It's very, short, but it reminds me of the energy we got from the place to be, the billiard room. Just, There's something about Jerry Stiller and Michael Richards. They just work so well together.
I really enjoy the way Frank knocks on the door. It's a kind of a gentle knock, and then he does a wind up, and right as he's about to do the last one, as the door opens, he has to kind of pause his knock.
Now, do you recall an issue with the doors on Seinfeld?
What issue are you getting?
Well, Jerry complained some interview, I forget where, that the material or the wood they used for the doors was like very hard, almost like I don't know if there was other stuff in it other than wood, but it hurt. Like, it hurt to wrap your knuckles, like, on the doors. So a lot of times you'll see characters using their fists, like the fatty part of the hand, or in Jerry Stiller's case, he kind of does like a fake knock almost, or not a fake knock. What do you call it? Like a
pseudo knock?
It looks like he's really knocking hard, but he's just gently wrapping it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And I love this reference. You got T-fowl?
No, Kefalon.
My little indoor grill is a T-fowl.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I didn't get that joke because I guess Kefalon is a step up from T-fowl.
And apparently, yeah, T-fowl's like the budget brand of cookware, but that's what Frank needs to make his masterpiece.
Follow me. Great stuff. I've actually been cooking with a lot of cast iron lately. Have you ever tried that?
I used to cook with that. Yeah, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I feel like a blacksmith.
Yeah, it is nice. All right, let's get over to Jerry's apartment here across the hall. Jerry has jotted down some new material for Banya, and this is what Banya reads.
Why do they call it Ovaltine? The mug is round. The jar is round. They should call it Roundtine. That's gold, Jerry. Gold!
That'd be an interesting project to figure out how many things Banya repeats. You know, gold Jerry, gold. Oh, yes. The worst Jerry, the worst, the best.
It's always a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, we got two people doing Jerry's bit in this episode. It's kind of because you know the cadence, you know the delivery, but you're seeing it through a filter of Banya here, and then you're going to see it through a filter of Costanza at the end. What do you believe me on this stuff? You know,
what I'm talking about. It's funny too how there is like a rhythm to Jerry's or cadence, you know, to Jerry's stand-up that it's very easy to parody.
Yeah, just figured it out.
Mm-hmm. So I think one of the coolest bits of trivia from this week is, you know, who came up with a joke as corny as this one? And apparently none other than Alec Berg contributed the Ovaltine joke about Roundtine, and he had a history, I guess, of contributing a lot of cheesy jokes if they're ever needed on the show.
That's a nice skill to have.
Mm-hmm. He was the one that came up with the jerk storyline.
Okay.
Jerk also, store called, they're running out of you.
I believe he came up with the lumbar yard, too.
Yes, back in business.
Good vertebrations.
Yeah, so he's good with the puns and the corny jokes, that's a pretty cool talent to have, especially if the other writers struggled with it.
Puns are fun. I like puns.
Well, anyways, later, Jerry is disgusted that Abby's new mentor is George Costanza, but she's claiming that she's learned a lot.
About what? How to calculate 5% of a restaurant check?
Well, your tip is $3.6666. Abby thinks Jerry doesn't really respect the mentor-protege relationship. I think that's pretty obvious. But he tells her that he's actually taken a Mr. Kenneth Banya under his wing. He's going to mentor this kid to the top. Abby kind of scoffs, and as she heads out, she just doesn't want to date a mentor whose protege is a hack.
Well, I don't want to date a protege whose mentor is a Costanza. Are we getting a little touchy here with all these mentor-protege relationships?
Well, Jerry is very particular, right? Like, he won't date a woman who looks up to someone who's dating Banya.
Yet he's going to take that same Banya under his wing now. It doesn't make sense. But anyway.
Before we leave the scene here, Jerry set the Banya folder on Ovaltine on top of Cynthia's folder on risk management. And wouldn't you know it, she grabs the wrong folder.
Well, they really telegraphed that move there with the camera shot. You just see the hand dropping manila envelope 1 on top of manila envelope 2.
For sure. Well, next scene, we're at Monk's. Elaine and Eddie are having some celebratory milkshakes in the back booth. She thinks they actually churned out one hell of a catalog.
Cool.
That sounded like Derek Zoolander a little bit. Like,
I did say it like him.
Like, cool.
Sorry.
Now, Elaine is a little more comfortable with Eddie since they work together so well. She asks him, what's up with the fatigues and the psychotic imagery, expecting that he served and had some traumatic experiences, but
I don't talk about it.
Instead, he went on a couple of dates with a woman, thought she liked him, but then things kind of cooled off.
It's tough meeting someone you like. let alone somebody Jewish.
Well, let's cut over to the Knights of Columbus.
You skipped over with the best line in that scene.
Oh, did I?
Come on. Don't be such a baby. Like, she really let her guard down with this potential nut.
Yeah, she's really pushing it. She's feeling pretty confident, or at least comfortable, that this guy's not going to take it out on her in any way. But let's cut over to the Knights of Columbus here. This is actually a Masonic building. It's called the Grand Lodge. Don't you have a Masonic temple near you?
Yeah, there is, right in Alexandria.
Right. But for the sake of the show, it's the Knights of Columbus. Jerry and Elaine are chowing down. You mentioned this earlier, Vinny. He's loving the hamantaschen. She can't get off the kishkas. And let's cut into the scene here.
Hey, Jerry!
Vanya.
I just stopped by to thank you. That risk management stuff you wrote for me is killer.
Risk management?
It's gold, Jerry, gold. I got all these corporate gigs, and even Cynthia took me back.
So you went from the mailroom to director of corporate development in 2 days?
That's right.
How much are they paying you? I'll double it.
Oh, these latkes are going like hotcakes.
Where's the pot of sugar?
Yeah. You know, Frank, you could take a break.
No breaks. I feel reborn. I'm like a phoenix rising from Arizona.
Quit it.
I can't churn out that pointless drivel anymore.
What? You can't quit. You're all I've got. I need you.
One of the best quotes, and I mean, everybody loves saying this, I think, but I feel reborn, like a phoenix rising over Arizona. And Eddie also alerts us that the catalog is filled with pointless drivel.
Mm-hmm. Once again, I mean, he is kind of quoting Elaine there, but another maybe parallel to Alton Bennis.
But man, what a solid little ender with the freeze frame. Frank knocking everybody's plate out of the way, and he even knocks Kramer to the ground as Kramer tries to stop him.
Mm-hmm. I always think about that freeze frame. What does it continue to look like afterwards? It's like when Elaine and Frank come to blows.
Yes. Well, that we get to see, though, which is kind of cute. The
Good
blooper. And apparently they had to do a couple takes for this final scene, and the reset with all the food and cleaning the floor, it took 30 minutes. So, they had to get their take in, but then come back in half hour.
God, I'm surprised that that they filmed it more than once. Just because I assume, we only get one shot at this, guys, but
well, maybe Frank was so funny, or Kramer was so funny, or
right. And there's a lot of commotion.
The little bald guys in the shot. Is that from something?
I don't know.
What is that from? Or maybe I'm thinking of The Office. Hey, the guy's in the shot. I don't know. It's something.
Once again, there's a consistency this season, even though the episodes might not be our favorites. The endings are always stellar. They always end strong.
Season 8 has been filled so far with all of these really, we say it every week, but iconic moments. Mm-hmm. Well done.
Well, let's cut over to Yankee Stadium for the credit sequence here. Mr. Wilhelm introduces George to the room, and George starts his speech. Pretty confident here from Abby's folder.
Ovaltine. Have you ever had this stuff?
He probably has 2 or 3 lines here, but it just stretches. It's very uncomfortable as the scene plays out.
Why is it called Ovaltine? I should call it Roundtine. You know what I'm talking about.
Keeps going for it and just winds up doing Banya's bit while everyone else is just confused. And for some odd reason, Wilhelm seems really happy.
like a proud father at a t-ball game.
Yeah, and he lets the person next to him, he's my protege. Did you
take your medication, dear?
Exactly. Do you think Wilhelm is losing it a little bit here?
I do, yes. This is the downfall of Wilhelm.
I didn't know this tracks really from the Cadillac or whatever that was, bottle deposit. I thought Wilhelm kind of went back to normal, but seems to be the only one there that doesn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. We haven't have we had an appearance from Steinbrenner yet this season?
No, not yet.
No, okay. So, and is this the first time he's been back at Yankee Stadium, George? Because I don't yet feel the absence of Steinbrenner until we get to this scene, because it is a Yankee, Yankee plot, Yankee Stadium scene,
right?
But it makes you feel the absence of Larry David,
right? And Larry David would still come back to the show to play Steinbrenner, but it's almost like they're keeping him out of the early episodes just to, I don't know, let him work on whatever he was doing at the time.
Sure,
sour grapes.
You don't have to say it like that.
All right, let's move over to ratings and reviews.
So, what do you think?
Matt, does this episode suck?
Well, it sucks. No, I wouldn't say it sucks.
I don't think it sucks either.
But it's one of these things where you got some great moments, some classic moments. So I would never have a bad experience watching this episode. But I'll tell you the truth, I don't care for the Jerry storyline. I don't care for the George storyline, really.
Mm-hmm. You're here for. Oh, God bless you, Matt.
You're so good looking.
You're here for the Kramer, Frank, and
maybe
a little bit of Eddie stuff.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of Eddie, but for the most part, yeah, Frank and Jerry Stiller. I'm sorry, Kramer and Frank. Mm-hmm. That sneeze really threw me off. So it's kind of tricky to like praise this episode really outside of the Korean War stuff, but I'm just kind of shocked that this episode won that Writers Guild,
especially over the Bizarro Jerry, because the Bizarro Jerry is such a wonderful episode.
Yeah, but maybe it's more of an inside joke kind of episode in a sense. But I guess all in all, is like I didn't find this episode to be as well written as maybe other people do. But I think there's something to be said about how all of the mentor protege relationships all kind of come together and dovetail and work off of each other. Yep. And of course, Frank's monologue is really well written. So what do I know? But
yeah, no, you know a lot. The Frank stuff is what makes this a fine episode for me. But I agree with you pretty much wholeheartedly with the Frank and Elaine, or the Kramer and Elaine storylines being the more strong parts of this episode.
It is funny though how little scenes like Round Teen, I mean that really sticks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get another appearance by Banya, which is great. A little bit of Estelle, but it's a wonderful 30 seconds.
Well, safe to say this won't crack the top 20, but in terms of ratings, what did we have last week?
What was a score or
the package? I think.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna rate this lower than the package.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it, I think, higher because it was just so much fun to talk about, which made it a fun episode for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. What did we give the package? Wasn't it like 6.5 and 7.5 or something? Or
yeah, around there.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this episode 5.5 disgraced eggplant parmesans in the Costanza house.
Okay. I like what you've done here.
Mm-hmm.
I just because this episode was so much fun to talk about, and because I just love Jerry Stiller so much, I'm going to give this 8 hails of shrapnel out of 10.
Oh.
It doesn't work in terms of logistics with verbiage, but I'm going with it.
Why don't we replace shrapnel with 8 raspberry scones?
I can live with that. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or you can leave us a voicemail at Coco Bosco.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
We are discussing the 7th episode of Season 8, The Checks. We must go now.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Come on. Don't be a baby.